And welcome to today's Retirees with Certified Financial Planner Wayne Maslick of Great Lakes Benefits and Wealth Management. You know, on today's program, we're going to be talking about your advisor. And Wayne, as we deal with advisors, you know, we have talked about all kinds of, whether we're dealing with just a broker or we're dealing with, insurance guys, there's all kinds of advisors out there.
Mm-hmm.
But on today's program, we're going to be talking about what does your advisor, when he sits down with you, does he make you feel comfortable and rushed, or does he make you feel rushed, I should say?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of ways, if you're just selling something, sometimes it just looks like you're selling something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You see a lot of that, not just in the financial services industry either. You see it when you go buy a car.
Mm-hmm.
You go buy a mattress, any higher end item. Sometimes the process seems a little too rushed. But I do see it a lot lately with folks I work with where they've been working with someone in the past, and I hear the kind of process that they went through
Mm-hmm.
before they made their decisions on their current financial and investment plan.
Sure.
And I guess the key word we want to focus on today is time.
Okay.
What time was taken? What time did they take? The client, the investor. What time did the advisor take?
Mm-hmm.
Through the various stages of setting up the financial plan, implementing the financial plan, and managing and keeping an eye, reviewing the plan on a regular basis.
Sure. Now, when you talk about time, I mean, all of our, everybody, it seems like when you talk to people nowadays, everybody talks about how busy they are. It's like we have all these new gadgets and technology, and all it's done is make us more busy.
Yeah, busy doing what? I don't know.
In our lives.
Yeah, I mean, we act busy, but are we being productive?
Right.
And nothing wrong with that. It's just when we're talking about our retirement, our life savings, our financial plan, our estate plan, because we are so busy doing other things in our life, this gets rushed, overlooked. Sometimes not people don't even get around to it.
Sure.
And then it's a nightmare if something bad happens. So it's really important that when you were talking about our financial and estate plan, we slow down, we take our time, and we make decisions based on the knowledge and education and advice we get from professionals.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you sit down with your clients, and especially the first few times that you talk with them, you're trying to figure out or help them figure out exactly where they are and where they would like to go, and that does take time to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's the most important part of the process is the initial information gathering, goal gathering. What type of goals does the clients have? Their objectives, their fears, their concerns, some of the mistakes they've made. How they've handled their investments and their planning, their tax planning, their estate plan, all that stuff up to this point. And that's just the beginning. Then we have to dig a little deeper and find out about their health, their family history, their family makeup, kids, grandkids, any special needs. Do their kids have any lawsuits, settlements, bankruptcies, anything that if they inherited something, it would not be a good thing.
Sure.
All these things are part of the very first process, and too many times none of it gets done, or very little of it gets done. A broker or another financial person out there, they do like a risk tolerance sheet. What risk tolerance are you? And that's it. And then they go in their dog and pony show and try and tell them this is the best investment or this is the best portfolio, and so much is left on the table that doesn't get addressed, and it's scary. It really is.
Sure. Do you, and this is purely speculation and opinion on your part, but do you think that is when people sit down with financial advisors? I talk to people all the time, and they say, "Well, I'm just relying on my retirement from my company and my Social Security or whatever. I don't want to deal with that because there's a reputation there a little bit."
Yeah, I mean, and so many times the person's retirement is based on their employer's plan
Mm-hmm.
and the employer's plan's advisor,
Sure.
who has to deal with hundreds of people
Mm-hmm.
in many cases. So I don't know how that employer 401k advisor can give good financial planning advice to someone when they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people
Mm-hmm.
to deal with and make recommendations to and manage. It's impossible.
Sure.
That person can't look at all those life scenarios and make proper recommendations.
Right.
They can figure out a risk tolerance or get close,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the extent of it. So the amount of time the advisor takes gathering facts, gathering information, listening to the client. I mean, it's important that, that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, right?
Right.
Listen twice as much as we speak. So it's especially important when it comes to financial planning.
Sure. Well, friends, one of the things that I know about Wayne, and I think if you will call and make an appointment with Wayne's office, you will discover that Wayne will help you figure out where you are, and then he will help you decide and make good decisions on where you want to go. Every situation is unique, and it's not a cookie cutter system. I mean, sure, he's got some things that he likes to use because they have a history that he works with, but your situation is different than my situation, different from your neighbor's situation. So it's important that you take the time to call Wayne's office, 866-626-3990. Call that number, set up an appointment. If it's on the weekend, take the time to leave your phone number, leave your address, and one of the ladies will call you back, and you can set up an appointment to go talk to Wayne. We'll be back right after this.